Hi, I am Maria. You are watching Golden News Channel. Today, the 16th of August 2020. Now headlines. Coronavirus. India's death toll rises to 50,000. Cases in Brazil also rise. France calls for release of Taliban involved in killing of French citizens. President Trump's younger brother Robert Trump dies. Police declare Portland protests as riot. Belarus protests against controversial election results. Protests in several cities. Now details of headlines. You are watching Golden News Channel. Please subscribe and share. Coronavirus. India's death toll rises to 50,000. Cases in Brazil also rise. The virus death toll in Brazil has gone up to over 17,000. Another 56,000 cases have been identified in the United States. In Pakistan, more than 24,000 tests were conducted in 24 hours, while only 670 people were diagnosed with the effects. In Pakistan, the number of coronavirus cases has crossed 285,000. According to official statistics, more than 24,000 tests were conducted in the past 24 hours, while only 670 people were diagnosed with the effects. According to statistics, 6,168 people have died in Pakistan so far. The death toll in India due to the coronavirus has reached 50,000. While the case is also increasing rapidly. In the last 24 hours, 63,489 people in India were diagnosed with the virus. In the United States, 56,729 new cases of the coronavirus have been identified in the past 24 hours. America is the most affected country in the world, where more than 85,000 people have been diagnosed with the coronavirus. In the Latin American country of Brazil, the death toll from the coronavirus has gone up to over 17,000. France calls for release of Taliban involved in killing of French citizens. France has called on the Afghan government not to release Taliban fighters involved in the killing of French civilians. The Afghan government has issued orders for the release of 400 such Taliban after the approval of the lawyer Jirga. Those who, according to authorities, have been involved in serious crimes. Afghan officials on Friday confirmed that 80 of these Taliban fighters have been released. Remember that the release of the prisoners is part of a February agreement between the US and the Taliban. Under this agreement, the Afghan government had to release 5,000 Taliban prisoners, of which 4,600 have already been released. However, President Ashraf Ghani apologized for releasing 400 prisoners. President Trump's younger brother Robert Trump dies. Robert Trump, younger brother of U.S. President Donald Trump, died in a New York hospital. Robert Trump was 71. They ran away from fame while all ages were associated with family business. President Trump went to New York City Hospital on Friday to pay tribute to his younger brother, according to top White House officials. President Trump said in a message after his brother's death that, "My dear brother Robert passed away tonight. They were not only my brothers, but also my best friends. Robert Trump's memories will live forever in his heart," he said. "They will miss them very much. Now they are sleeping in the eternal sleep of peace. Robert loved his family very much." Police declare Portland protests as riot. Police have declared the protests in Portland, Oregon, the United States state. The protest started peacefully. According to media reports, police described the protest as rioting when some protesters started moving towards police officers in the nearby building, violating police warnings. This year, protests against racism have been continuing in Portland for the past 2.5 months after the death of Black American citizen George Floyd in police custody. Police used tear gas and flashbangs to stop the protesters. Belarus protests against controversial election results, protests in several cities. Protests were held in Belarus capital, Minsk, on Sunday against the recent elections. The controversial election was declared a success by the current president, Alexander Lukashenko. The protests have led to increasing pressure on President Alexander Lukashenko to resign, while he has also requested Russia's support in this regard. The protests on Saturday and Sunday against the controversial election results were appealed by Alexander Lukashenko's rival candidate Svyatoplana Tsikhanouskaya. On the other hand, supporters of Alexander Lukashenko also took to the streets and chanted slogans in their favor. Addressing a gathering of supporters on Sunday, Alexander Lukashenko rejected the call for re-election, saying the elections were not unfair. He called foreign interference responsible for the unrest in the country. Thanks for watching Golden News Channel. Please subscribe our channel and share this video. Have a nice day. Goodbye.